Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Obviously I have no makeup on because today I'm going to show you some of my newest makeup purchases and give you a little demonstration on how they work. And I was very much inspired by my friend Dia of Opulent Obsessions with Dia and Tanya from Bits and Bags. And in fact, I left Tanya a comment. I was like, that's it. I'm inspired. I'm going to do a makeup video. So let me take my glasses off and I'll give you a look. You can see I have really bad bags and dark circles. I don't use a filter either now or when I'm filming my regular videos. So this is a close-up of what my skin looks like. And it's not terrible. I've been using Prose skincare and it did give me a little bit of breakout. So we're done with Prose. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have any major complaints. I am over 50. Let's just be honest. I mean, I think that considering my age, some of us know how old I am. I think that my skin is in really good condition. It could be much, much, much worse. And my eyes are kind of going all over the place because without my glasses, I can't focus. So first off, I don't really use foundation. I think I could use a foundation because I haven't used it in years since the pandemic. But I recently bought this Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. And it looks like this. This is in the color number 1. And I think it feels fantastic. And I think that it really looks fantastic. So I'm going to start by putting this on and show you. So you have to shake it, which I did. And here's what it looks like when it comes out. So it's pretty loose. This is enough for my whole face. So I'm just gonna, at least it should be. I'm just gonna dab it on. And you'll see this has a really good bit of pigment just for a skin veil. And it just kind of evens you out and smooths things in. There are moisturizing components in here. So I try to get it and blend it in as much as possible. And here's what it looks like on. So it gives you a nice dewy look, which I love. The next item that I bought, probably within the last week, I have been using the Givenchy concealer. And I ran out of it, and I didn't want to make a purchase on the Givenchy website because I really only needed a couple of items. And I don't think the mascara that I was using was in stock. Whatever the reason, I wound up making a purchase through Saks. And I wanted to try what I guess was rated one of the best concealers. And I picked up this NARS. And this is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is in the color Chantilly. Focus, focus. It's not going to focus. Anyway, this is what it looks like. And obviously you can see I'm like Casper, so I really try as hard as I can to find a shade that's going to match my skin tone. So I'm just going to use this Morphe brush and kind of pick some up. And you can see the concealer looks a little bit on the drier side. It's not a liquid, but watch how this works. Okay, I'm just going to dab this on the spots that I kind of want to bring the redness down on. And I'm going to blend. Actually, I want to take some off this brush because I think I swirled it too many times. You really don't need a lot. Let's see. I have a mirror down here that I'm using to kind of just blend it out so that I can see what's going on. Okay, See how nice and smooth that goes on? And not only does it go on smoothly, but this will last the whole day. And I haven't had any trouble with mascara landing on the concealer part. So we're going to do some powder. Okay, so this I've had for a while. This is the Guerlain Meteorites powder. And if you've never seen it before, this is what it looks like. So all these colors kind of swirl together, like the Givenchy powder, which I was going to buy, but I said, you know, I got to use this before it's really no good. And actually, it's almost time to toss it. And if you see anything furry pop up, it's Henry. Because he's doing this with me. So I know I still have the under eye puffiness. And just with those few products, I mean, I think that this really makes my skin very illuminated. And you can't see those little marks on my forehead anymore. And I think it looks good. So let's move on to the eyes. So I'm going to use the Boutons de Chanel, which I have actually shown what it looks like once it's on, but I'm going to do a little look really quick right now. I'm not going to use all of the colors, but this is the beautiful velvet pouch that it comes in, and it says the Boutons de Chanel. Bouton is button. In Italian, bouton means so. Woman of the night. So I do keep all the little accoutrements that come in the package, but these are the colors. And I think for right now, I'm just going to be using, probably just going to be using this and this just to do a really quick eye look. So of course they don't tell you what the shade is. So these go on really well. And they do blend very nicely. So I'm just going to use the camera. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. Okay, so I used the darker shade all over, which I did not plan to do. So let me just even this out, and we're just going to kind of change up the look a little bit. So this was unplanned, but you know, let's just go with it. So let me put my brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of that lighter shade in the center. So that's what it's going to look like. And I'm going to blend this out a little bit. Just kind of blend up. So here's what that looks like. It's just soft, and you can do something like that really quick with this palette because the colors blend very, very easily. So I have my Hermès pencil, and I did recently buy this. This is the Blue Encre, and this is almost like a purple. And I kind of want to do something that pops because I did a really simple eye, and I think it's going to look really nice. I think it's going to be a nice contrast. I do recommend before you use it to give them a little sharpen, because some of them do seem like they have maybe a little wax coating or some kind of a coating. And they don't apply so smoothly in the beginning. So So here we go. And I'm just going to use the sponge end of this to blend it out a bit. Which really kind of don't need to, but... So here I just soften the line a little bit. Do the other eye. So here's what that looks like. And I'm going to be using mascara, so you're really not going to need to be too precise with the eyeliner. This is the Dolce & Gabbana. Let's see what this one is called. This is the Devotion Mascara Volume and... Oh, Volume Extreme. Okay. This beautiful case is refillable, which I didn't realize when I bought it. So you get this beautiful gold case, and it has this really pretty heart at the top. And here's what the brush looks like. I really like the brush. This is a drier formula, and I didn't think that it was gonna, you know, when I saw it up close, I didn't know if it was going to apply easily or if it was dried out or whatnot, but check. Bam. It's a good look. I think that it really does make your eyes pop, and it applies really well. So I'm not going in for a second serving on this brush. I'm just going to use the brush as it is and show you what the second eye looks like. Just easier for me to use or to do it here, the way I have things set up. And it does last all day, just in case I got any fallout, which I don't think that I did. I mean, this is a really nice mascara. I am very pleased. So I'm just going to do a little bit of blush. And this was a gift from Rachel. I think she got this in an Ipsy box. And this is a Ciaté blush, and it's called Matchmaker. And you can see that this has quite a bit of shimmer to it. It looks a little bit darker than what it applies. So I'm just going to use this very lightly. And then a lot of times, if I think that it's a little bit too much, I just use my powder brush without extra powder on it and just sort of blend it out. So, oh, Henry's tail. Okay, I think that looks okay. I don't think that it's too much. And then last but not least, this is a lipstick that I got right before the fall, and this is from Hermès, and this is one of the limited edition colors that's available now. And this is Rose Mauve, number 55, and it's a satin shade. So this beautiful container, it's just gorgeous. I absolutely love this tube, and this is what the bullet looks like. So I have Rose Insulin, and it's very similar, but this has much more purple to it. And they suggest using it with Rose Boisé liner, and here is the Rose Boisé liner, which I have, and obviously I love the Hermès liners because these go on very smoothly, but they're firm. They don't just crumble as soon as you put it on, and they don't break when you sharpen them. So huge bonuses for that. So let's do the lipstick. So it looks much darker in the tube, but this is what it looks like when you put it on, and putting it on with the liner. So yeah, I like it. I'm not saying that I look good. I'm saying that I like the way the lipstick goes on and the rest of the makeup goes on. So that's all I have for you guys. I will put the name of the products down in the description box if you want to try anything. And I definitely recommend all of these. I mean, I love it. This is a look that I would do for work every day. And I use a lot of these colors on a daily basis. And if I were going somewhere, we'll do that maybe around Thanksgiving when I get ready for a Thanksgiving dinner. But this would be just like an everyday look. And you could see it didn't take too long to do it. If I wasn't yapping, of course, it would be even quicker. So thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in my next video. I have a review of something coming up this weekend. And I believe it's going to be a collab. So stay tuned. Bye.